welcome to Seen It All. Today, we are going to talk about American History X. Now, if you guys don't know, the movie is about a neo-Nazi who basically kills a group of people, black men that were breaking into his car, and he goes to jail. And from there, a lot of things happen in jail that they convert him out of being a Nazi, and but he was a hardcore. He was the one that was bringing recruiting. He was the one that broke the family. Everything. He was the main character. He was the main, just underneath the main guy. So, this movie actually, there's a lot of stuff, man. So there's a lot of behind the scene things that happen in this movie. First of all, that was the director's first time directing. American History X, his name was Tony Kaye. This movie, the director
Okay.
owns.
Oh,
So yeah, so he wants to give credit to Humpty Dumpty. That's who he wanted to give the credit to because he owns it, doesn't want to be part of it. But the main actor, the one that what's his name was portraying, he is actually
Edward Norton?
based loosely on this guy named Frank Mink. Mink, yeah, Edward Norton, yeah. Joaquin Phoenix was gonna play Derek, which is Edward Norton. Uh, Norton allegedly was cast to play another role, but he turned that down and he played this role. And that role was Ryan from Saving Private Ryan. So,
Yeah, I saw that.
Norton had
The
to bulk
Hulk.
up, man. He had to bulk up and shave his head. 25 pounds of muscle. That's crazy. Norton
Well,
was
I
nominated
read
for Best
that I was just gonna
Actor.
say I read that it took him like 3 months to do it. That he worked with a personal trainer, was working out 6 hours a day and eating like 6,000 calories, I can't remember,
Oh,
and that he was having health problems, and, that they asked his personal trainer what, uh aside from actually working out, what else did he do to bulk up so fast? And he said, "I'd rather not answer," which
Wow.
kind of leads
uh,
to conclude that he might have used some steroids, but allegedly, allegedly.
I thought about that a little bit. I'm like,
Mm.
so Norton took a pay cut for this movie, but also Norton um, helped with the film's final cut. And yeah, so because of the final cut, that is why the director disowns the movie. Uh, this is like the start of me disliking Edward Norton because he has that in his contract now that he has the ability to rewrite the contract, the script if he wants to, which he did on this movie. You know, so outraged, yeah, Kay canceled the film's premiere, and he actually took out a lawsuit, a $200 million lawsuit, changed it to Humpty Dumpty in the credits, like I was telling you guys early, and he took out a
No, he,
48 ad in the newspaper talking bad about the movie.
yeah, he filed
Yeah, so
agreements with the
man,
guilds,
this
directors guild. I forgot what it's called. So basically, their union and
yeah,
lost. And part of the reason was because of his, he wasn't cut off from making the final version, but they allowed him to, I think, 8 weeks to re-edit, and he never did. So he never submitted a re-edited version of what he wanted. So that's why they dismissed his grievance and didn't change his director's name to Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty. Yeah,
And
because
on this
the
particular
direct,
one, I'm gonna have to defend Edward because so the original cut was 94 minutes,
yeah, I was
and
gonna say
after
that.
Edward's, yeah, after Edward's editing, it was an hour and some change. It turns out that the original director did in the end apologize because he never actually saw the final cut, and said that it was a good cut in the end, and that his pride got in the way.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, but I mean, that's why Edward Norton never got asked to come back as the Incredible Hulk because he was demanding from Marvel to he was able to rewrite the character script.
Oh, okay.
Heck no. So they might they're saying that the new Doomsday he might be in it, alternative Hulk, but you never know. So,
Oh,
this movie was basically 20 million to make, and it only made 23 million. It wasn't a big box office, you know,
It
award winning, but because they had a lot of competition. What was it? What was the guy's name that that won the Oscars? That
what year was it?
concentration camp and
so Life is Beautiful. I forgot his name, but the
yeah,
movie's Life is Beautiful.
Life is Beautiful. That's when Life is Beautiful dominated again the Oscars. So. But besides that, Juan, it is your movie. It is talk about
All right, so this movie also falls into my whole theme of movies that take part in LA. This specifically takes part in Venice Beach, and I really enjoyed it. I saw it as a rental, if I'm not mistaken. I never actually saw it in the movie theaters. Um,
I
but
think
it's one of those movies that just hit you. You're like, wow. And I feel that it still resonates now with what's going on. Not much has changed. But we'll go with the first question. Scene stealer. Mm, For me, it was someone that you didn't really see in the movie until the end. And it was the father, the firefighter that was killed. So when they were talking about like what made you start or have that ideology of hate, and the kid was talking about it, I think it all started with my father, and there were and the dinner table, and Edward Norton was talking about how his teacher was really hard and showing him, or I guess they had an assignment and it was a few black writers. I can't remember exactly what happened, but then the father was saying, well, you should question everything, and something about like they're just letting anyone in just because they're African American. So I think um, it's one of those of like the father was really the one that cemented or gave those initial beliefs. And he was never really there, but he was part of
right.
the cause of like those beliefs.
That's good. Yeah, I agree. That's
You know, that it's tough because I couldn't picture him more than the dad from Boy Meets World. That's all I thought when I saw him. I was like, "Hey, that's the dad from Boy Meets World."
Was it?
I
Yeah,
knew you looked
the
familiar.
old actor.
Well,
Yeah,
I knew you looked familiar. Okay.
yeah. So it's like he went from this amazing father to now a neo-Nazi.
Wait, was his name Derek? Right? The dad?
Derek is Edward Norton's
Oh,
character.
oops, never mind.
The
I can't
dad's
remember.
name is Dennis.
Dennis. Oh, what about you? What's your favorite then, bro? Scene stealer.
Favorite what?
Your scene stealer? Did you say it
Oh,
already?
yeah. My favorite scene stealer. I would have to go with the neo-Nazi at the prison, the main guy. I think because he played his role great. Like he welcomed Edward Norton to the group, the gang. They were helping him out, and then in jail you have to survive, and his goal was to make money, and he did all these side drug deals with all the Mexicans, blacks, everybody, and that really pissed off Edward Norton. But the different way of living in jails than it is out in the real world. So I think he did a really good job, and he did a
Yeah, I'll have to go with
great.
the prison thing too. That I could, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen that movie, but that really did it for me when it transitioned to the whole prison scene, him being in there and just being black and white. I believe that whole thing that was a scene stealer for me. I enjoyed it a lot. I forgot about that, and I think they did a good job. You got to be, protect yourself. You're on your own unless you have a buddy and so on. So anyway, that was mine.
All right, do you have your favorite or best line of the movie? Any outstanding line, a quotable line? Um, for me, the line that stood out the most was when they were having dinner. It was when the mom had invited the teacher, who I believe was Jewish, and they were having that discussion about Rodney King, and then they have the whole fight, and at the end, the teacher's telling Doris, Doris, you don't know what world your children are living in, and it's one of those where he can see what his kids are becoming, and her response was, they're like, oh, they're just young, or I forgot exactly what she said, but it's one of those where the parents are delusional, or they don't want to see what their parents or kids are becoming. And I think that's probably, I don't know if necessarily that's worse than not doing anything, or or being the cost of it. I'm not sure, but that was a great line.
Yeah, that was good. I don't remember what part of the movie it was, but Derek said I think it's to his younger brother, that every problem in this country is race related.
Yeah.
Sounds generic, but pretty much the truth. He pretty much blurted it out, and well done, well said, and everything, because it is, and to this point still is.
Mm-hmm.
I think you did a good job. That was one of the best quotes of his.
Yeah, I agree. It's every problem in this country is race related, not just crime, immigration, AIDS, welfare. Those are problems of Black community, Hispanic community, Asian community. They are not
Yeah.
white problems. So I think that was one of the best quotes because there's a lot of people still with that mentality and that way they think like that and just you know focus and that. So I think that was one of the best quotes.
Yep.
Were
Yep.
there were there any worse lines or just laughable bad lines throughout the movie? Because I did see it twice. I didn't find anything. I didn't think the writing was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed very 90s, especially the trash talking.
Yes.
So I don't think there was any, at least on my end.
No,
Same
I'm with
here.
you. I didn't see anything either. The only thing I might say is maybe the prison scene, but I've never been to prison. I don't know how they talk in there. I don't know, but maybe they're more rough that than to put it on there in the movie. But other than that, no, I think everything was good. I think it was well written. You too, Richard? Do you agree?
Same here. It was well written. I didn't find any bad lines. I thought I mean, the only bad lines I think would be from what's his name, big guy that was there.
Oh, okay.
His name is Seth, but his real name is Ethan. He's the big guy, but he's currently like really like buff. But yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, he is?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
he's
Yes.
his just throughout the movie just saying shut the f up or I'm gonna beat you up, and I mean that's
Yeah.
how they talk though. But he didn't bring a lot of like like
Right.
intense or like a lot of meaning to his character. That's how he
Character
was.
build up or anything. Just, yeah.
Yeah,
But I think
Right.
that was the point. He
yeah.
was just a follower with little words.
I know. I always, yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask you, was there a plot hole? Anything that just didn't make sense? For me, it was the prison time where Edward's character, like when
Right.
his beliefs have changed. At the beginning, he's with the White Brotherhood and he's working and I guess folding clothes or doing laundry with African American, and he finds out that the White Brotherhood is not really all about white power. And then all of a sudden, you see him playing basketball with everyone that's black. And I was just like,
Yeah.
it happens too fast. It was like,
I'm with you there too. That's the
it
thing.
just seemed that his character would have tried to push for his crew to just work with themselves versus just leaving, at least initially. So that's where I saw a little bit of a disconnect.
I'm with you too. 100%. I agree. Again, I've never been in prison. I don't know how that works, but I think that was like very quick. Wow. Yeah.
For me, there's two. There's the prison scene. My thinking though is more of the Nazis wouldn't let him just go. They're like, oh, he's not in the club anymore, so therefore let's all leave him alone. They would actually done more stuff and probably hurt him till he joined back
Yeah,
with
it's probably too. Yeah.
it doesn't happen like that, you know. In prison, people aren't nice like that.
I mean, well, he got his cheeks clapped. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Just-
yeah, but they would have done it again, or they would have beaten him up again because they don't accept that the way he did them dirty. You know, like you're part of us now. You know, so in prison they don't. They just go do your own thing. No.
Maybe he poopy, and they're like, "No, thank you."
I still haven't eaten my nutter bar yet. Still.
And then the
They're like,
second,
"Once was enough, thank you."
wow. Me. And the second part is the whole again his Nazi group. They let him go. Like he beat up the main guy in his own house and then just walked away. And there was they didn't do anything. They just let him be. I was like, man, neo Nazis are really nice to their own kind.
Yeah, I know. Really.
Like, just beat up our leader, walk away, and then you know,
Well, he had a gun. Didn't he have a gun when he was
yeah,
walking away?
yeah. But you think that they're just gonna? They never came back. I would have been like, "F that guy, man. Let's go get him."
Well, I think it's also where he came as a hero. I think it was not everyone made that transition quickly of like, oh, wait, he's not with us anymore. Except
Yeah.
for the chunky actor. I'm sorry. I forgot Ethan or Seth in the movie. Um, and his girlfriend, like they were the only ones that were saying it. So it could have been because of that.
the main guy would have been like, "I just got beat up by Edward Norton. Let's go get him."
Point taken.
Point taken. Yeah, I agree with Juan about the plot hole.
Yeah.
What we talked about. Yeah.
Hey, shut up. Hey,
Should you edit that?
shut up. I'm in the
Nutter butters.
I'm in the call. Hold on.
Next.
Hey.
Now I lost track. We'll remember here.
I'm in the call.
Who's the scene stealer? Juan.
Yeah, right? All right.
That brick wall in Juan. Yes.
All right. Well, speaking of that, is there any deleted scenes? For me, like Richard was talking about the leader, I wish there was more scenes about him. How did he become so influential?
Yeah.
There was a little bit about his background when Edward was released, and he was talking about how the leader was originally arrested, but had two other younger people take the fault, and he never really served prison time or something like that. So I wish there was a little more background of that, of like how did he become so influential, and I guess it wasn't that hard to manipulate people. It's one of those where people are looking for community. You don't have maybe friends or people that are part of your community. So people are looking for that. They want to be part of a community. Unfortunately, they were steer in not the most positive community, but yeah.
There wasn't really much for me except for the funny dude, his African American buddy in the laundromat. He talks about his funny story about what happened and he embarrassed himself. I think it would have been nice to have some more scenes with him and Edward Norton just joking it up in the prison. I thought that guy was funny. He's hilarious. He didn't have enough camera time. But I don't know if that was more than enough, but I would have liked some more, that's all. I thought he was pretty cool. Funny. Good actor, whatever his name was.
For me, I think I would have liked more of the neo-Nazi without Edward Norton, because when he goes back, his ex-girlfriend was like, these guys think of you as a god. So I think like, watching, what's his name? Terminator 2 kid.
That is him, right?
Edward,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, I
to
wasn't
the-
imagining it.
Yeah, that was it, yeah. watching Edward going to the clan parties and like how everybody talked about his brother. I think they should have done more scenes like that to see, like what he has to live up to and how they love him so much. I think there should have been more of that. That's
Yeah, that would have been nice too. Yeah. Yeah, that
And
was
would you survive this movie?
no.
I would say sort of. It was the 90s. It was mostly white pride against African American. I mean, it was against everyone, but I don't think they focus too much on the Latinos as they do now.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. If it was more Latino, no.
What are you talking about? The whole scene where they're like beating up the Latino guy and they're throwing beans at him. It's like beaner. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
damn.
I would have taken those beans to cook them, but no.
but they survived.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They survived.
yeah. No, I wouldn't have survived. Yeah.
That was the question. Would you survive?
No,
You would get your ass whooped, but
I would get my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be like, yeah, just do it, man, or whatever. Either,
Well,
yeah, or the presidency too. I wouldn't
yeah.
anyway. So,
all right. So,
yeah,
what's the vibe or emotional tone of the movie? For me, it was very much a 90s style SoCal punk rock slash definitely a lot of the race issue, but it hit all of those very nostalgic. I would say like a lot of those shows that I saw back then in the 90s, it hit all of that, but obviously in a more of tensions between races type of way and racism.
yeah. I thought I was gonna say racism, bullying, drugs. So yeah, it was all there, pretty much. About a lot, yeah, pretty much everything racism. Yep, and nothing's changed. Nothing has changed.
That's true.
For me, the vibe, I would say it the movie makes you tells you the vibe. Like it tells you black and white, Edward Norton being the racist, and then color showing you the understandable
Yeah,
progressive in looking for a new job and loving people, Edward Norton. So I think the black and white themes tell you how you're supposed to feel, so it helps you understand. So I think the movie does a great job leading you, even though if you're not following it, you're like, oh yeah, oh, yeah. So I think that. Oh, what?
No, I was going to say, I actually read that that was accidental, the black and white stuff.
what?
Oh,
So yeah, so when I guess someone left the film outside and it was exposed to sun or something like that, and the film lost the color and became black and white. So when they were playing it, the director saw it was like, oh, that kind of really works with the whole like different personalities, and they started shooting black and white in other scenes.
So the guy didn't get fired. Screwed up. Nice.
Well, who knows?
got nominated.
Yeah, he got nominated.
Yeah.
I never
No, but
actually thought that way. Never saw that way. That's good. The
yeah,
light in the dark. That's pretty cool.
yeah. I
Never
think
thought.
it did a good job leading you that way and make you understand more of the movie.
Yeah.
Uh, for the vibe though, the only thing that threw me off, and maybe it's not the vibe, maybe something else, but young Edward Norton when he's being interviewed cracked me up. I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
what?
Little wink.
It took me out. It took me out of the movie.
Oh, is that him? It's like,
When he's being
No,
interviewed.
I thought that was good because he looked scrawnier with the hair. He looked younger. He
that would have
looked
been
like a high school student.
a butt kick. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, cracking up, man. I don't know. It took me out.
His body double.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what's your favorite scene? For me, it was when Edward was released from prison and then kind of realized. Well, I don't. I think he realized before, but he thanked his mate, the guy that he was doing laundry with, saying, "I think the only reason why I survived because of you. And the guy was trying to play it off. It was like, I didn't do shit, man, and saying all this stuff. But I thought that was a nice little touch of maybe cementing his new beliefs that whatever he believed before was wrong.
Yeah, I agree. That was good too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he said that also. You don't know anything about a hard time. That was also one of my favorite scenes when he says that, gets out of the prison scene and everything, explains what happens, and just the way he changed to, well, now that you brought up the color thing, that was pretty cool. Anyway, the transition and everything, that was one of my favorite scenes. He just a completely different person.
Yeah.
And he was the story. So that's my favorite.
So for me, it's got to be the curb stomp, and the reason why is because it has a Mandela effect. So people watch this movie always think the curb stomp happening at the beginning of the movie, and everybody remembers it, and they're like 100% that it was in the beginning. I was one of those people, but it's actually in the middle of the movie when he's telling the story, thinking
Right.
that
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
it's after getting arrested and all that. So I think that curb stomp is a really good thing because it shows you everything that happened after that was bad for that Edward Norton going to jail, everything that happened there, and then slowly then transitioning because of uh, his fellow comrade folding towels. I think his name's Lamont. I think,
Yeah.
uh, and then I think I'm saying it right. But yeah, so it led through the whole story. That's what started progressing the story there.
Yeah, I agree too with you with that one. Yeah. How he tells the story towards the middle. Very good.
Damn, Juan's laughing over there. You got a joke? Jeez.
It took me a second because I know at first I thought you said something else, and then I was like, oh, comrade. Okay, yeah, yeah. I thought you said rag. I was like, what?
Make sure you edit
I
that
was like,
part.
Movie's going,
camarada. Got it.
this review's going somewhere else.
No comment.
We're gonna definitely get a lot of comments.
Please tell me if you heard the same thing because I heard it.
On replay,
All right, what about cameos? Or any guest stars or weird cameos? I don't think there was any like actual cameos or guest stars, but I
Yeah, I
did
don't think
want
so
to talk
either.
a little bit about the girlfriend, the actress. I never know how to pronounce her name. She's very well known, Faresa Falk. Faresa Falk. Anyways,
I didn't like it.
I was reading a little bit
That's
about
who
her,
the person
and
replaced. Recast. I was gonna say that's who I would recast.
Yeah, no, me too. I was gonna say the same thing.
oh
Yeah.
As I'm
no,
on the
I thought you
subject.
did. Okay, well, let's jump into recast. Who would you recast? I would say no one. I think everyone did great. I thought she did great. So I did a little bit of reading about her character, and she, you- um, did
Get rid of
what
her.
is called it immerse acting, or I forgot where you're still in that character even after shooting, so you can stay in the character and have a better performance. And apparently there were some issues with her after like the before filming and after filming because she was still immersed in her character, where people of color were saying that she was acting and saying some racist things. She later apologized, saying that she would never do that again in regards to immersive acting, where she stays in character even after filming. But yeah, I thought that was. But also, I thought she did great. I mean, I really didn't think she was acting. I was like, man, this is a racist ass.
That's great.
Oh my god. Well, when you put it that way,
I was
she
like, damn,
could.
she's doing really good.
Already told me that she just after filming. I don't know. I just didn't like her. I don't like her. Maybe her personality or whatever. I thought she was more gothy, more goth type. I just didn't think she was the whole supremacy and all that. Maybe that's her character. I don't know. Get rid of her. Whatever her name was.
Yeah, just because like in the beginning of the movie, she's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" She's all defenseless, and then, when the guys are breaking into the car, and then she gets with the family, she, like, gets angry and speaks up, and then later on, when he tells her how he feels, she's still that angry racist girl who, like, "Who are you?" And then betrays him, but I think that her progression, I think, into being like that person, I feel like in the beginning she wasn't that great. She was forgettable, and then slowly, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like memorable. Like I wouldn't like, you know.
Actually, that's another plot hole. Did she not visit him in prison? Like,
Nobody did.
Nobody
I was
did.
like,
Yeah, nobody did.
and did she? I was like, is this the first time you're talking to him since he went to prison? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah. Poor guy. Nobody visited him. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
was there a what moment, a scene that just made no sense or broke or all logic? No,
Yeah.
for me, I'm still with the same part of what didn't make sense about the whole person, about when his beliefs change. Aside from that, I mean,
For me, it was the ending. I'm like, whoa, wait, what? I mean, I anticipated that happening. I know we're fast forwarded towards the ending thing, but I was just shocked that they didn't really go much into a storytelling of the individual who killed him just randomly shows up and shoots him, which happens, yes, but that's my way up moment. That was just no plot buildup or anything towards that guy. Just so
but
that was
there was, it was at the beginning. That guy was beating up another kid,
oh, he
and
was?
he
Yeah,
was,
I get it.
and
Oh,
then Edward, the younger brother, was smoking and blew smoke in his face.
oh, that was him? Oh, oops. I guess
Yeah,
okay. So he was pissed off. Okay.
and also that was part of the whole issue with the director's cut and Edward Norton's cut. So in the director's cut, the ending was the younger guy gets shot and murdered or shot and killed, and then
Oh,
Edward Norton shaves his head, saying like, "Oh, he's reverting back to his original beliefs." And
oh,
that was
okay.
when the whole dispute between Edward and the director happened because Edward didn't want that ending. Am I correct, Richard?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well,
because
that's pretty
Edward
cool.
Norton rewrote it.
I would have liked that ending. That would have been pretty cool. All right, I'm
Yeah.
going back. Anyway, that was my way. What? Yeah, towards but that makes sense. I guess. Yeah.
For me, it would be the whole principal talking to the police, getting interviewed regarding Edward Norton's character. I was like, why is he? What? What's happening here?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see
Oh,
that
I was gonna
happening in
say
real
when I was gonna say at the end of the shooting where Edward is running and the principal is telling the police, "Yeah, let him in." I was like, "What?" I was like, "He's not the police."
Yeah, right? He has so much power.
I know.
Like, hey, I'm gonna stop being a principal halfway through school today so I can go to the police station and talk about this guy, this neo-Nazi. Like, what?
Yeah. Forgot about that too.
Well, remember he was his teacher, so maybe he heard what happened and is trying to see if he can do something to help him out.
Okay.
Because before he was a principal, he was Edward Norton's teacher.
Why did
Oh,
the police want him?
Huh?
Why did the
No, I'm saying
police want
Oh, that I don't know.
sometimes you're
I
right.
was just talking about when Edward Norton was in the nurse's station, and
Oh,
yeah. All right, so is this movie overrated, underrated, exactly where it belongs? I would say underrated. I don't think it did well. Not I don't think. I know it didn't do well in the box office when it came out back in 1998. It did do well in the rental aspects. People were renting the movie, but I think it has died down now. Like I don't think a lot of people know about this movie, especially the younger generation, compared to
yeah.
other classic movies.
Agree with you on that too. I mean, if it wasn't for you choosing this movie, obviously, like, oh yeah, I forgot about that movie. And I can see how it would be a huge rental once people hear about it, word of mouth. Hey, You got to see this movie. So I think it was underrated as well. I agree,
Thanks.
especially Norton being a good actor. Very good.
I agree with that. Underrated. I think it had a great cast. It had Jerry Seinfeld's dad in there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. Yep, yep.
yeah, and that's got a Boy Meets World's dad in there. So,
Yeah, I got to go back and see that. Yeah.
it's good to see them in these movies, like being this like serious movies. I think it's very underrated. Most people don't talk about it. I think that we should be talked about now because the way things are being, happening out there. It's
Yep.
a full circle. 98 now to 2026, and it's still the same stuff.
Still
Blame
same thing.
authority for everything. So
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, nearly 30 years.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so you cue it or screw it?
You it,
I would
baby.
say 100% cue it. Great movie. I think it still is. It talks about a lot of issues that we still have had, and it seems we'll probably still have for the time coming.
Yeah, again, I agree because of a lot of things, but the main reason for me was the whole prison thing. I did a good job on just him literally saying, "I've changed my lifestyle. I'm done with this." What changed you? Prison. And I just, you know, well done movie. Yeah, stream it, keep it, everything. People should watch it because it is true. Everything to this day, prison will change you. Not that I would know, but yes, I'm sure. So people should.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would cue it. I love the cinematography and the art direction in this movie. I think it was done great. Uh, Outstanding actors. Even though Edward Norton, took over the movie and kicked the poor director's butt out. Still
Hey, the
great.
director did apologize later on and said that his ego got the best of him. And again, like you said, he spent over $100,000 in ads dismissing the movie and basically talking crap about the Edward and the studio. So I was like, I know you might have some, and it was his first time directing.
Yeah, rookie.
I think,
Rookie.
right?
Yeah, well, yeah. After all that drama, still came out good. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that it? No more questions.
Okay.
All right. All right,
Oh
guys.
wait,
So.
oh wait, it's like
I'll
this.
see you later, butters.
Because somebody's paying my brother for nut butters every 5 minutes over here.
There'll be that check.
Yeah.
Nut
I'll-
a butter.
Oh, jeez. I'm not eating this today. That sounds even worse. All right, go on. Yes.
uh,